Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Cabinet Ministers, PSs, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Chair, who should be around, quite a number who are caught at the gate, Your Excellency, because of traffic, but power abhors a vacuum, and I know they are somewhere there held. So on behalf of the Council, Your Excellency, I want just to thank you and congratulate you for this very momentous moment for us. What is measured gets done. And having served as a permanent secretary before, I know what performance contracting means. This is an agreement on what is going to be delivered by the ministries. And during our period, Your Excellency, we never had it colorful the way it is today. I'm sure this is a milestone, and as a council, we are also going to support. We're also doing the same in the counties. We're also signing performance contracting with our own teams for us to be able to perform. So on behalf of the council, I just want to say thank you and wish all those who have signed their performance contracts, please let it not just end at the signing, but implement what you have signed. May God bless you. Thank you.
Your Excellency, let me note that apart from Steve Jackson, we have, I think, one or two other members of the diplomatic corps. If they are here, they can just rise where they are. Members of the diplomatic corps who had joined us for this particular session. Your Excellency, apart from those who have executed the contracts today, we also have members of independent commissions, if they can also rise where they are. Thank you. We acknowledge you. Asante sana. Your Excellency, we also have the chairs of various boards and their CEOs. If you can rise where you are. Wow. Asanteni sana, tafadhali. We also have the chairs of the councils of the universities and the VCs. If they are present, they can also rise. Asanteni sana. We also have the various legislators who came in, heads of committees. If they are present, again, you can rise, the ones who made it. Thank you for representing the Parliament. I believe I have covered a cross-section of those who are in attendance. Your Excellency, without going through all the protocols, let me just very quickly make some few remarks and then invite the Deputy President to invite you. But of course, one of the things I've learned from Lusaka is that I think one of the things we need to learn in our performance contract is to beat the traffic. Now that our President is spot on time, then we just have to learn to navigate the traffic. Your Excellency, it is my singular pleasure to thank you for accepting to preside over this auspicious occasion for the signing of the ministerial performance contracts for the financial year 2023-2024. Your Excellency, Kenya's overall development agenda, as espoused in the Vision 2030, is dependent on a public service that is citizen-focused, results-oriented, efficient, motivated, and foremost corruption-free. Consequently, the government has adopted strategic initiatives based on the aspirations of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, better derived from the Kenya Kwanza manifesto. The aim is to capitalize on the gains already made from implementation of public sector reforms to spur socio-economic development. Performance contracting is one of the fundamental performance management tools being implemented in the public service. This prized tool has been implemented continuously for the last 19 years, and its full entrenchment will ensure the realization of our country's long-term economic development goals. Your Excellency, the first level performance contracts are signed annually between yourself and the respective cabinet secretaries and thereafter cascaded to downstream institutions. These contracts provide linkages between planning, budgeting, and clear deliverables. It is worth noting that the performance contracts being signed today are the first under your administration. There is excitement that your administration has aligned budgets to specific programs and projects under the medium-term plan 4, which is better sector priorities. This ensures synergy between budgetary resources and specific targeted deliveries. The introduction of performance contracts in the public service gives credence to the urge which has been referred to, what gets measured gets done. Adoption of performance contracts by ministries, departments, and agencies establishes uniformity, consistency, and objectivity in measuring public service performance. Sustained implementation of the contracts should enable public institutions to refocus on improving institutional governance and efficient use of public resources, leading to effective service delivery as demanded by us by the Constitution. Your Excellency, Executive Order Number 1 of 2023 entrusts my office with coordination of performance management in the public service. Since then, I have made several promissory pronouncements regarding the public service we envision for Kenya. Today, I will restrict myself to presenting a report leading to today's event. The first port of call was to re-engineer performance management through tested strategic initiatives. First, the performance contracting process has been automated through the development and rolling out of the Government Performance Contracting Information System. This has made the process fully web-based and therefore set to minimize the need for lengthy interpersonal interventions and consequently saving valuable management time. Second, my office has initiated the development of a public service management bill that seeks to streamline and standardize performance management in the public sector. It will provide a framework for rewarding meritocracy and performance while fawning on ineptitude and discouraging non-performance. I must add that this is the first time public service management will be anchored in law. The optimal deployment of the human resource in the public service will gain immensely from this bill, as it intends to give legal backing to officers who toil without reward or promotion. Your Excellency, even as we demand optimal output from our public service, we must urgently cure it of lack of career progression and almost lifelong acting in positions. Your Excellency, it is evident that acting in a position for long durations demotivates public service officers. Third, we are currently in the process of developing a public participation bill jointly with the AG's office that aims to reinforce the positive transformation brought about by the 2010 Constitution of Kenya. It proposes to establish clear standards for effective public participation and to create a robust framework for the management and coordination of public participation initiatives throughout Kenya. Cognizance of the constitutional principles and values of governance, the proposed bill seeks to place the citizens at the heart of governance processes, thereby ultimately promoting more inclusive and accountable governance. By doing so, we aim to strengthen the state-society relations and ensure that the voices of citizens are actively considered in decision-making processes. Your Excellency, the background to this is that in tandem with performance management, public sector reforms are vital to a government that is responsive, efficient, and citizen-centric. These reforms aim to transform our public institutions, streamline processes, eliminate bureaucratic hurdles, and enhance governance and service delivery. It is clear in my mind that by undertaking these reforms, we are creating an enabling environment that fosters economic growth, attracts investments, and improves the quality of life for all Kenyans. However, to effectively implement performance management,